chapel services, restricted educational groups, and family visitation. As a result, many of us sort through a tangled ball of emotions that we may never talk about, such as loneliness, fear, frustration, anger, despair, sadness, helplessness, and guilt. As a chaplain, I understand many of you are having a difficult time adjusting to this new normal. You're not alone. It's a sobering truth that this pandemic is bigger than us. Just as healthcare workers use protective equipment or PPE to fight against COVID-19, as we go through this trial, let us join together in putting on these 3 PPEs for the purpose of strength, encouragement in this season. Prayer and praise, perseverance, and endurance. Prayer is talking and listening to God. Remember, prayer is never the last resort of God's people. It's our first point of action. Pray earnestly. James 5:16 says, the effectual fervent prayer of a righteous man avails much. Pray persistently, seeking God's divine intervention, asking God to heal those infected by COVID. Pray for a cure of coronavirus. 1 Timothy 2:1-3 reminds us to pray for those in authority, for wisdom and understanding as they make decisions that affect our lives. Pray for God's blessing on the efforts of all essential workers and caregivers, including those here at SAC. Pray for this city, Jeremiah 29:7, New Folsom State Prison. Pray for yourselves. Let's be persistent in prayer like the widow woman in Luke 18:1-7, where Jesus taught his disciples in a parable the importance of persistent prayer. If an unsympathetic and crooked judge will grant a widow's request because of her perseverance, then definitely a caring God will respond to our prayers. 1 John 5:13-4 says, if we ask anything according to his will, he hears us. And since we know he hears us, we have the petition that we desire of him. Let's put on the garment of praise also. Because of Jesus, we can put on the garment of praise. Isaiah 61:3. Putting on the garment of praise metaphorically is blocking out the distractions, cares, and words of this life and acknowledging who Jesus is. We need to praise and pray to the God we know no matter how we feel. Your emotions may be all over the place where you are right now. I've been there before. Taking time to reflect on the Psalms can be meaningful. They can be an anchor for your soul. Like David in Psalms 23, Psalms 46, Psalms 121, Psalms 91. Psalms 103, 1-5 gives us some basic truths to help us put on the garment of praise. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. He forgave you through his death, through his son's death on the cross. He's a healer mentally, physically, and spiritually. He mends our broken lives and stitches our wounds. He causes us to hear joy and gladness again. Psalms 51. He redeemed you from the pit. He surrounded you with his love, his steadfast love, and nothing can separate you, from his love. He's crowned you with compassion. He values you. He provides for you. He's Jehovah Jireh, the one who sees your need and meets it. Psalms 34:1, David said, I will bless the Lord at all times.